Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be making some chocolate covered strawberries with designs and gold flakes and gold glitter luster dust. I am using the chocolate melts from Walmart and milk chocolate and white chocolate. And I was going to do some red strawberries, but I changed my mind, so don't pay any attention to that red chocolate coloring. I will do another episode on how to color swirls and make different color strawberries in another episode. But for this one, I'm going to start off by dipping my chocolate. I will also be doing a chocolate covered pecan strawberry in this episode. And by the way, this is my first one ever. So be kind, be gentle, y'all. So in this one, I am melting my chocolate in the microwave. You put it in the microwave for about a minute for the first go around. And then after that minute, you do 30-second intervals to get your chocolate nice and melted. Try not to burn it. I'm trying to show you the consistency you want it to look like. This is before I add my shortening. You add shortening in it to kind of thin it out just a little bit because you kind of want it to drizzle and not be so thick. I like Crisco. I like to use Crisco because it leaves less residue when you try to thin out your chocolate. There it goes. Your Crisco. And you just put a little bit in. I buy the baby spoons to kind of control my amount because I'm kind of heavy-handed. So I use the baby spoons to do measurements. You can always put a little bit more. You can never take it out if you use too much. So once you put it in, you just stir it in a little bit. Stir in a little bit of a shortening, and that's going to thin it out for you. See, just a little bit on the spoon. And mix it in. Didn't want to come off the spoon. Just stir it in. If your chocolate if it cooled down because it was sitting a little while, just pop it back in the microwave for about 5 or 10 seconds to warm it back up and just stir all your shortening into the chocolate. And it's going to give it a nice little drizzle consistency. See how that just drizzles and has a nice string. And you can't taste it. It doesn't taste like anything in your chocolate. It doesn't change the taste of your chocolate. You can also start melting your white chocolate and just set it to the side. I am drying off my strawberries to get that extra moisture off of the strawberry. You don't want to have your strawberries wet or damp when you get ready to coat it. So I like to just make sure it's nice and dry. I have, a lot of people use paper towels, and you can use that, but that gets costly. So I have certain towels that are only for my sweet business that I use to dry my fruit. And my product, when I'm doing it, that is the only thing I use that towel for. And you can get them at Walmart too, the thin dish towels. Wash them and, wash them really good and set them aside. Make sure you tag them so your family don't use them, and just set it to the side. So now I'm going to make sure my chocolate is still nice and warm. Nice consistency. Nice drizzle. Set it to the side. Then, now I ran out of toothpicks, so I'm using skewers. They work pretty well, but toothpicks work better because they're smaller. But for this episode, I'm going to use this big skewer, big toothpick for to dip the strawberry. And then you just put it in the cup and dip it all the way down, get it nice and covered. And you want to shake all of that excess off of the strawberry. So you don't have to be scared of it. Just shake it off. And you're going to put it on your cellophane mat. I got that cellophane mat from Walmart also. I love this mat. If I could get one to cover my whole counter, I would. Nothing sticks to this mat. Absolutely nothing. It's beautiful when you do candy apples, which I will do another episode for candy apples also. But it's beautiful for candy apples. Nothing sticks to this mat. Nothing. And you don't have to put oil on it. You don't have to rub it down with Crisco or nothing like that. It's just wash it, dry it, and lay it down. And you will see how easily my strawberries come off. Now they suction, but when you lift it up, the bottom of it is smooth. The strawberry is not showing. The chocolate doesn't stick to the mat. I absolutely love this mat. You can get it from Walmart in the baking area. It also comes with a pan and a little cookie sheet rack that sits on top of it, but it's a set. And I absolutely love it. That's the only thing that I use when I am doing my sweets. So you just take it. If you grab leaves, now you notice my other strawberry did not have the leaves on it. I don't like the leaves, but some people do like the leaves. So if you can find some strawberries that has the pretty leaves on it, by all means, keep your leaves. Just grab them all up, bunch them all up, and hold it on your toothpick or your skewer if you want to try to use the skewers. Just hold it up, dip it in the cup or your bowl, and shake it. That stops your leaves from getting chocolate all over them. And you just set it on your mat. So like I said, you guys, this is my first ever video. I am going to get better at this talk over. But I've learned over the last year and a half as I've been trying to perfect my craft with this industry. You have to move at your pace. And I'm self-taught, and learn your techniques and figure out what techniques you like. And that is easy for you to do, and practice. I'm ready to advance my business a little bit. So therefore, I'm learning how to do vlogs and tutorials. So this is a stretch for me. This is new territory for me. So I just want to be encouraging to others for new people that want to enter this industry, and always do your best, not your best for others. And the more you practice, the better you get. Just pop them out and let them sit. I notice in some videos they like to sit them in the refrigerator and let them cool. I don't do that until my product is done. And if my customers come in like the next day to pick them up, then I will set them in the refrigerator. But when I'm actually doing the product, I do not put my strawberries in the refrigerator to set the chocolate. And you just dry your fruit. Always make sure, you really want to make sure that that strawberry is dry and has very little moisture on it, because it makes the strawberry like mushy on the inside of the chocolate shell, and nothing's worse than biting into a mushy strawberry. So pretty, so pretty. And just shake all that excess chocolate off and set it on your mat and let it dry. The chocolate dries pretty quick. You know, it doesn't take long for it to settle. I'm going to coat this one in pecans. So when you're going to coat a strawberry, you want to do it right after you get it out of the dip, right out of the chocolate. So, and you got to have your dipping situation ready and together. And see, I've lost the traction in my strawberries, so now I have to just roll it around in this bowl. But you just cover it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just cover it up. Make sure all the areas are covered that you want. Roll it around. Scoop it. I probably should have had a spoon, but pick it up and just roll it around in your nuts or your cereal or whatever you want to coat your strawberry in, and set it down. And that is my pecan covered chocolate strawberry. I try to keep my mat as clean as possible. So I'm getting ready to put the drizzle on the strawberries. So I kind of move it because my mat is not big enough and I like the space. So when I get ready to reset it, the drizzle strawberry down, I have space. So I just get another plate, and put the strawberries on the plate to get them out of the way. You do the same process with the white chocolate. Pop it in the microwave for a minute. Let it melt. If it's not most of the time, it's not all the way melted. After that 1 minute, pop it in for 30-minute intervals. Add your Crisco, your shortening, not vegetable oil. You want to use a shortening, and thin out your chocolate. I am putting it in a piping bag, is what you're seeing me do right now. You can get those I get my piping bags from Hobby Lobby. You can get them from Walmart. But I normally go to Hobby Lobby on 50% off day. And you can get the whole a box of 10 for like $1.50 or $1. Hobby Lobby has a lot of great stuff. Hit up the baking aisle on 50% wheat and get all your molds and flavorings and everything you need for your treats. Just wiping down my mat. I try to keep it as clean as possible. So in this portion of the video, I'm going to show you I actually messed up my piping whole, but I kept it in the video because I like to show that, sometimes you mess up, and it's okay to show that in videos. I rarely see people show their mistakes, but I'm going to show mine in my video to show you the difference between what it shouldn't look like and what it should look like. I made my hole too big, but that is the piping bag. And sometimes you just have to start over. And don't be afraid to start over. Sometimes to drain that chocolate out of the bag you messed up in and pour it in a new one. See, that mat sticks to the counter. It does not move. It's not bunching. It's stuck. So when you try to move it, it's not going to go anywhere. So I had to adjust myself because my mat did not want to move for me. So when you cut the tip of your bag, you want to squeeze it to make sure the chocolate is coming out. See, at this point, when I was squeezing it, I knew right then and there that it was too much. The hole was too big. I messed up. But I decided to show it. So this is what you do not want your strawberry to look like. You don't want your design to be wide. You don't want it thick looking. It doesn't look bad, but you don't want it thick looking. You don't want it to look like that. That's how it used to look when I first started. But as you practice, you get better at drizzling. So I just had to take all of that chocolate out of that bag and put it in a new one and make my hole smaller. You want to squeeze out the chocolate at the tip because it gets hard, because that's the area that gets the coolest first. And if your chocolate gets, cools down too much in your bag, just put the bag in a cup and put it in the microwave. Warm it up just a little bit, like 10 seconds. You don't want to leave it in there too long because you don't want to, cook the plastic bag. But you just want to warm up that chocolate. So this is my adjustment to my bag. See how that drizzles? That's a nice stream, nice thin stream. You take your strawberry, you get your stream. You take your strawberry, get your stream started before you start to drizzle on your strawberry, and go across it. Start the stream, and then you just drizzle across it really thin. And see how that looks so much better than the first strawberry? And then you just set it down like night and day. So that is my messed up strawberry. That is my good strawberry. So this one you can do different designs. This one I'm just going to do a circle. Look like, I'm scribbling on the strawberry. Just go in a circle. Set it down and just go in a circle. You can do zigzags, whatever way your hand want to move. We're going to do circles. So I'm going to start my circular motion before I go on my strawberry to make sure that stream is nice and consistent. And just scribble on your strawberry. Don't do too much. Less is more. And set it to the side. I'm going to do one more. This one I'm just going to do lines back and forth. Trying to find an area on the plate that you guys can see. And just go start your stream and include the strawberry. Easy peasy. You want to make sure you're close to the strawberry too. Don't have your piping bag too high up. You want to kind of have it low as close as possible to the strawberry so the drizzle doesn't have far to go. So in this one, with these strawberries, I'm going to add the gold luster dust and the foil, the gold flake sheets. I am still learning how to work with the sheets. They are very, very delicate and shrivel up the moment you touch them. So I'm still learning my technique with that, but I like how this strawberry came out for this demonstration, with this being my first video. So I'm still proud of it. It wasn't the best, but I'm still proud of it. I dropped the strawberry in the chocolate. So when you do that, just kind of see if you have your leaves on there. Just kind of gently grab the leaf and, I wouldn't suggest shaking the strawberry when you make that mistake. Just kind of let the chocolate drizzle off. Rub it against the side of the cup and lay it down on your mat. It'll be okay. It's okay if it has a small chocolate butt at the bottom of the strawberry. Just make sure it's not too big. Just be patient and let it drizzle. Let it drizzle off. You want to make sure when you are sticking your strawberries that you find the firm spot in the strawberry. Don't stick it, too far in. You want to make sure you have a firm grip, because if you stick it too far in, it goes in the hole in the middle of the strawberry, and then you don't have any good firm shaking ability. Then your strawberries start to lean to the side like this one is doing. So make sure that you are hitting the firm spots of the strawberry and not sticking the toothpick too far into the strawberry. You want to be able to have that firm drizzle shake, drip shake. And if you stick it too far in, you won't be able to do that. And then you have to play the hurry up and wait game and let the chocolate drip by itself instead of being able to shake it. Like that. And just set it down. And while those dry, we're going to get our luster dust ready. And all you need is, I bought a teardrop, plastic teardrop utensil, also from Hobby Lobby in the baking area. A paintbrush that you use to dust your strawberry. You take a little bit of that luster, and you only need a little bit. You do not need a lot of luster dust. It goes a very long way. That little tube lasts a long time. Just put a little bit in the cap. And then you're going to get your teardrop. See, there's very little in the cap. You're going to get your teardrop utensil. And you're going to suck a little bit of vodka. Clear alcohol. You want a clear spirit. Vodka, it doesn't matter what brand, because you can't taste. It's not going to taste like anything. You're not using that much alcohol to where you can taste the liquor. You just suck up a little bit. I like to use it because I can control how much vodka I'm putting into the luster dust. And then you just drop a few drops in there. You're going to take your toothpick and you are going to mix it up, stir it around My first mistake was when I did this for the first time, I used my brush and it soaked up it soaked up all the luster mixture before I had the opportunity to mix it. So now I always use my toothpick and stir it all up and mix it all up first, because as soon as your brush hits the mixture, is gonna soak up on the brush. So this is me mixing it. I put a little more luster dust because I put too much vodka. So I just put a little bit more dust in it to thicken it up a little bit. Now that it's thickened, I'm going to take my brush, soak up the mixture. It's going to suck up right in the brush very quickly. And just going to brush the strawberry like you're painting. And just brush it, and it's going to turn a pretty gold, as you can see. It just turns a pretty gold, and the more gold luster dust you use, the golder the strawberry will be. You just brush it until it's the color you want it to be. And see how the strawberry is stuck to my mat? But the chocolate is not going to come off the bottom of it. See, there's no residue. I'm having problems picking it up for you guys to show you. See how that's a pretty gold? Turn the light on for you. It's a pretty gold. I'm actually going to make it a little darker. I'm going to make it a little darker for you guys so you can really see how that luster dust turns that strawberry another color. You don't need a lot. I'm just going to do a little more to get the bold gold color that I want. And just add your few drops of vodka. Take your toothpick and stir it up, or your stick. Stir it up. You can also use the back of your paintbrush if you want, but I just use the toothpick. And let your paintbrush soak up the rest of the mixture and dust it on your strawberry. And it just adds such an elegance to it. I love the luster dust. Love the luster dust. It looks really pretty on cake pops as well. So, hold it down and just set it down. It dries very quickly, so it's not like, your chocolate is wet. So it dries very fast. And see? Now you have a gold strawberry. Now I did do one strawberry and messed it completely up. So you're not going to see that strawberry on this on this video. So I did the next strawberry, and that is the strawberry that I'm proud of. But you mess up a lot, and I had to learn that it's okay. I had high anxiety about messing up, so I had to get over that, because you're going to mess up. Just eat the strawberry and be okay with it. So with this, you do not want to touch this gold leaf sheet with your hands, because it will melt and turn into absolutely nothing. So normally I can't find my tweezers. Normally I have my tweezers, but I think I left it my tweezers at an event. So I have to purchase me some more tweezers, just regular old tweezers. So whatever you use, just make sure if you're going to use like stuff like tweezers, make sure that it's strictly for your food, your food. You don't put it in a bag, sterilize it after every use, and set it aside. I actually had an event and prepped at my venue, and I think that's where I left my tweezers. So now I have to work with the toothpick. These are these skewers, and you just pick up the leaf and the gold flake, the gold sheet, and lay it on your product and kind of just scoot it around and pat it down, break it up. Be very gentle, because even using the skewer sticks, it melts and they just disappear into nothing. And it's very, very frustrating. So just kind of take your time and just tear it up. It's nothing perfect. It's all imperfection work. You just tear it up and kind of pat it down until it's the coverage you want on your product, on your strawberry or your cake pop or whatever you are applying these gold sheets to, and just pat it down. If it's too big, tear it up a little bit, pat it down, move it around. It does not have to be perfect. And remember, if you think too long, you're thinking wrong. Just scoot it around and pat it down until it's cute to you. And remember, when you start to do too much or feel like you're just doing too much, stop and leave it alone. I guarantee you, you'll be much happier and less frustrated. But like I said earlier in the video, I'm still working and learning how to use these sheets because I have messed up tons of them. I got these sheets off of Amazon. I have the gold ones and the silver ones. And I have dissolved so many of them. So just be patient with yourselves and be patient with yourself when trying to use new stuff and when you're trying to go outside of your box with your learning process, and give yourself time. Because even though this is not perfect, it took me forever. I feel like it took me forever to learn how to just put it on the product without it dissolving into nothing. So, but I hope you guys liked the video. And let me know in the comments what you think. I appreciate all comments, good and teachable. I don't say bad comments, because all comments can be a teachable moment. Just step out on faith and do your best, and know that your best is no one else's best. So as long as you're happy, you're good. Thank you so much, and I will be uploading more videos soon. Thank you.